Hello, everybody. Michael Moretta here, and I want to talk about the biggest mistake that I see wholesalers make, especially the new ones. It has nothing to do with comping or having a buyer's list or the systems that they use. It has nothing to do with that. What it really boils down to is the ability and the willingness to have uncomfortable conversations. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Well, having an uncomfortable conversation is one of the probably the biggest thing that most people in this world they shy away from. Right? This is the reason why sales jobs aren't for everybody. Okay, because if you're in a sales position, you're going to have uncomfortable conversations every single day. And I can tell you right now that the biggest, the top producer in every sales company, right? They don't just um, engage in uncomfortable conversations; they enjoy them, right? The top producer of any company, right, in the sales department enjoys the uncomfortable conversation. They get a thrill out of it, right? But it's fair to say that almost a lot of people do not like that. A lot of people do not want to engage in uncomfortable conversations because they're uncomfortable, right? And when I say uncomfortable conversation, especially when it comes to wholesaling, it's it's as simple as, look, I offered you 700,000. I have to be at 650, or I have to be at 600, right? The thing with the uncomfortable conversation, guys, is that it's the one thing that's separating you from the competition, right? If you've ever been in a position where you made an offer, it did not get accepted, but then it got accepted by another wholesaler. They had the uncomfortable conversation with the seller or with the listing agent, and you did it, right? And a lot of the things, a lot of offers that are being rejected can, have a way better chance if you were to engage in uncomfortable conversations. So, how can we use this in order to get our offers accepted more often? Right. So, one of the biggest things that I teach, especially my students and my wholesale team, is instead of instead of texting or email, switch all that with a phone call. All right. We've been in many situations where we just want to email or text an offer. I highly discourage that. Pick up the phone and explain your offer to them. Right. If you have to make an offer at 500,000, it's listed for 700, or if the asking price is 700, you have to be at 500. Pick up the phone and let them know, right? Because you emailing them or you texting them, you're avoiding the uncomfortable conversation, right? If if you are on the other end of that, if you were the seller, if you were the listing agent, and someone made you an offer 200K below list price, and they emailed you or they texted you, 90% chance you would read the message and look away, right? Disregard it, because you're not the only one. Because remember, yes, as a wholesaler, you're competing with a lot of people. A lot of people are wholesaling nowadays, right? So if you're contacting a listing, especially if it's on the market, right, you are probably the 100th wholesaler that has contacted that listing agent, right? When you make an offer, when you email them an offer, you're probably the 100th wholesaler that has emailed that listing agent, right? So how do we stand out? We call them, right? We call them because every other wholesaler, every other agent that has contacted this person was too afraid to have the uncomfortable conversation. So if you get anything out of this video, just get this one thing. Don't be afraid to confront the situation, right? Whatever it is. The top producers of every company, they don't just confront it, they enjoy it, right? They get a thrill out of it. So all it takes is a small mindset change, right? Enjoy the thrill, enjoy the ride. because it's not the destination, it's the journey that's the most exciting, right? The journey is, I'm going to make all these calls today and I'm going to get something under contract, right? So learn to enjoy it, right? Have fun at what you're doing, right? Don't look at it as work. Don't look at it as, well, if I have to do all these calls today, I really don't want, no, don't look at it that way. Enjoy it, make it fun, make it competitive, do it with a partner, right? Do something that'll make you forget about the fact that it's time consuming, it's hard, it's repetitive, because it is all of that. But you have to really enjoy what you're doing. And I can tell you that the moment you enjoy it, the easier it becomes and the better the results get. So the more you enjoy it, the better the results. I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that. Okay. So everybody have the uncomfortable conversation, enjoy what you're doing, and the results will come.